Hey y'all, it's Jessica at Pretty Prints and Paper, and today I am talking about how does the Rock Your Handwriting Challenge work? We've been hosting this challenge for a while, but I think sometimes a video helps explain a little bit more than perhaps reading through a blog post. A couple months ago, D, Decade 30, Kim at Tiny Ray of Sunshine, Kara at Bohoberry, and me, Pretty Prints and Paper, started thinking about doing this challenge together because handwriting seemed to be something that people were into in the communities online. And we were kind of surprised and overwhelmed by the response, and it turns out a lot of you want to use this as practice. So the purpose of it all really was based on this title, Rock Your Handwriting. And there's so much to be said for finding your own style and finding your own practice and taking the time to relax and be intentional about practicing something that is just uniquely your own. And I don't have the best handwriting. I mean, I letter, but it's different than handwriting. And this has given me an excuse to sit down and be like, deliberate practice. So we hope that you can participate and do the same. It started off as an Instagram challenge with a prompt for every single day, and it has expanded to Facebook also. So you can also find us on Facebook in a group called Rock Your Handwriting, whatever social media preference that you have. You don't need anything fancy, to be honest. People do a lot of different things. So I've done my Rock Your Handwriting prompts in a notebook that it mixes in with a bunch of stuff. So different prompts here, depending on what I wanted to do. And so I mix that all in together. You can use any notebook you want, any pens you want, everyday stuff. Some people use fountain pens for sure. Some people use a whole range of calligraphy ink and things like that. It's not really technically a lettering challenge, it's a handwriting challenge. So pen and paper. I have some suggestions on my blog, and so do the other women on the host of the challenge, but you really don't need anything special. Just pick up your favorite pen that you have next to you and start going. The point of it is to focus on the practice and not necessarily the stuff. So I've seen people print off the Rock Your Handwriting prompts and paste it into their planner or their notebook, or they also might jot down a whole list in their bullet journal or in a notes page. I use a visual, so I created a visual calendar at the beginning of the month, and then I will write down what the prompts are on the corresponding day. I don't do all of them, but I do write down the ones that I do plan on doing on the day, and the list, I just always forget what day it is, so I like to do that visual calendar. When you do the practice, take the picture, and then when you post it on Instagram, use the relevant hashtags. So you can use Rock Your Handwriting. I use hashtag handwriting, cursive, whatever. And if your account is public on Instagram, we can find you under the Rock Your Handwriting feed, which is super fun. And on Facebook, you post kind of free form. There's not categorized prompts like we do in the Plan With Me challenge. So you post whatever you want whenever, and hopefully explain a little bit of the context behind your photo so that we can follow along and cheer you on in your progress. I hope that you take the time to post. I know that some people get a little nervous because we look at other people's handwriting and are like, oh, it's not as good as so-and-so. But this is about you and your progress, and we're always going to cheer you on no matter what phase you're at. So I hope that you feel like you're comfortable enough to share whatever that you want to on our posts. Some of the prompts, we mix it up. So a mix of things that are practical and how you would use your handwriting in everyday life, and also some deliberate practice, and also some thoughts of tips and reflections to get you thinking as well. So some of the things like drills, my alphabet, how I would interpret that is I would write out several different iterations of my own personal alphabet, all caps, lowercase, things like that. There's journaling prompts like I am curious about, and I kind of fill in the blank, like a list of things that I am curious about in my life. Number 9 is letter to future you, 6 months. So writing a letter to yourself so that you can read it in 6 months' time. I love that idea. It's a nice way to capture what your life is like now and practice your handwriting while you're doing it. And we're always making lists. So the practical grocery list is something that we wanted to use as a way to, how would your handwriting show up in real life? Then and now is always one that we use as a comparison. So, do you have a piece that you had from a couple months ago and then you want to rewrite it now and see if there's any progress? Or you can write about a moment then and now. It's up to you. Remember that it's all about your interpretation of it. And if you don't know, check out the hashtag and see what other people are writing and get your creativity flowing in that way. That's all I got. But take the time, go through, like each other's posts, cheer each other on, and just have a lot of fun with it. Try something new or practice something familiar. It's all up to you. Join us when you can. We don't need you to be part of it every single day if you don't have the capacity or desire to be there every single day. We will take you when you are there. Take your time. We'd love to see you participate. Let me know if you have any questions down below. If you like it, share it, whatever. Most of all, I hope that you enjoy it. I will see you next time.